Hello everybody and welcome to Colony Survival. Now, if you don't know what this game is already, it's kind of like Minecraft meets a city builder. You have to build and defend a colony and supply it with food, and I think I said defend it, and then keep building different units to do different things within your colony, basically, to keep it surviving and growing. Now, in this video, I'm going to just be showing you guys around the colony that I've already built. My phone just decided to go off in the middle of recording, as it always does, is something that I've noticed quite recently. I have got it currently with the interface disabled, and the game looks kind of weirdly, like the FOV that I have looks kind of strange with the thing disabled for some reason. It's fine, I'm going to keep going with that. But yeah, this is the colony that I first built when I started playing the game. It has come along quite a long way. Obviously, as you come in, the guard towers with the double stack archers. Originally it was just these two guys and these lower points on literally a too-high wall like they are now. That too-high wall went all the way around. It went past here, this was all a wall, hit this bit, went around here, and then came out and went down here, and this was all a too-high wall that connected up to this this building here, which houses all of my beds currently. So yeah, this was like the start of my colony, this wheat field, this berry bush thing here. And then slowly it sort of expanded out and grown, and I've had to keep knocking walls down and stuff. But this was the first... Apologies for that. The first wall that I knocked through was this one, and this was to add in all of these little crafting areas, because I needed this oven to make bread, this grindstone to make flour for the bread. This is like a storage box that all the NPCs use. But yeah, this area was basically my crafting station that I knocked into the existing wall that I had. I then extended the archer towers up to add the second floor that the extra archers stand on now. And then eventually raised this place up to have the upper floor, which the staircase was on a different side originally, but the upper floor to have more colonists because you need a bed for every colonist, and every colonist requires 5 food a day and 50 food to hire. I do believe, which you hire at these banners that you place down right at the start. That's like the centre of your town, basically. But yeah, as time's gone on, I've sort of knocked things through. I expanded out to have more wheat, to have more colonists, and more berry bushes. And then I added in this, because this was a wall originally all the way down that way and connected to that one that you can see there. This is the forestry bit, which is basically like an orchard. These guys just go around and knock down trees and build new trees, because originally I had this area penned in with some trees in it. And I was working out how you actually use the forestry thing, and you just need a clear area that these guys can walk around and plant and chop down trees. And there's another storage box back there for those guys. Because I've literally just learnt how those storage box things work, and that's why they're sort of just randomly plonked around in these wheat fields now. Because yeah, as time's gone on, as I said, I continually sort of knocked through and continued to build more and more. Eventually I got to this point, and I was like, building these like double thick walls with the crenellations and stuff is taking so much time to build them and then knock them down again. So I got to this point, I was like, yeah, this is the last time I'm going to do this, so I expanded out again and built this area, which I literally have just finished, and then added in this sort of little gate portcullis style thing, which goes through to another 2-high wall. But this is basically just going to be a sort of really thin, really short wooden wall that I can knock down and expand to keep building farms just out into these fields. Just forever, as long as I need more wheat, I can just keep going out that way. But basically the idea is that this is sort of going to be, in the old medieval towns, you'd have your like fortified either fortress or villagey bit, and then you'd have your farms sort of outside of it as sort of an add-on piece that would produce all of your food supply. But it did mean that your farmers were usually the first people to be killed during an attack, because they were usually the last people to get inside of somewhere that was fortified. But yeah, this is sort of medieval themed, I guess, in a way, and is going to continue that with something that I'm going to talk about very shortly, which is in addition to this. But yeah, this is sort of the farm expansion part, which is going to add on to obviously the fortified town. I am considering doing that sort of 2-high wall to expand basically all the way around outside of here. I'm going to go up on the walls and show you in a minute. Basically all the way around outside of here and actually come round to the front gate and have a gate, like a secondary gate that they feed through into. Because the villagers get inside during the night, which is when the monster things attack anyway. So having the farms basically expand all the way around here and having a second gate doesn't seem like it would be that much of an issue because the farmers and stuff will all be able to run inside through either that side, maybe another one in that wall, and then this one as well. So they'll be able to get inside and be safe anyway. But this place is pretty nicely fortified. And this is all the upstairs stuff. This is the farms and the berry farms. Everything else is up here. Also there's, I just missed it as I ran through, this is the flax farm. Now this is mainly for decoration, and the only way to get flax currently is with a shop, which I have over here, which basically just allows you to buy seeds, whereas currently that place is literally just buying wheat seeds to produce enough wheat seeds for all of the fields I have, because I didn't have enough. And down here, which was the original mine shaft that I dug out, originally it went in that direction. It was just a straight line down that way, which is why it's sort of this awkward step down thing now. But yeah, I've sort of tried to fancy the place up a bit, make it look a bit nicer. And as you come down to this level, this is the sort of this is the crappy housing, basically. This is just a hallway that just keeps going, filled with beds. Now I've had to go down because this bit actually goes under the lake, which is round the side, which you guys might have seen a little bit of so far. But yeah, this goes right underneath the lake, and I keep having to go down levels. This is going to have to go down again if I want to keep adding more beds, because the sand keeps obviously going down for the lake. So it's kind of a weird thing, I have to keep reducing it downwards. Now this is a second workstation thing down here. Now I feel kind of bad, because these guys never actually see daylight. Like, they literally wake up from their beds over there and walk through this corridor and go to work, and they never see sunlight. Like, they literally just live down here, like most of the miners do too now, apart from like that one miner. Like, most of the people live down here and literally just never leave. And down here, this is how the game, I think, majorly differentiates itself from Minecraft in like a massive regard, in the sense of you don't have to continually keep digging stuff. Like, as soon as you hit this sort of stone, this like darker grey, you can't dig any further down. Like, this is just an infinite resource of stone. Like, you set a guy to mine this, and he just won't stop mining it, and he'll just continue to produce stone for you, which I've got a couple of those guys set up. And then there's also coal resources, which are exactly the same. They just produce infinite amounts. Iron, clay, and gold, I think there's in the corner there. And I've sort of got an extension here because I needed more gold to be produced. So I have miners on like all of the gold to keep buying me more seeds, basically, to keep the place going. But this is basically the entire colony as it currently stands, with the expansions and stuff. And obviously, as I mentioned, there's a couple more sort of expansion-y plans planned around this sort of villagey bit to keep us growing in terms of wheat and farm and food and stuff. But the major thing, which I'm going to show you guys over here once I go up this sort of guard tower, I might show you what the enemies look like if you guys haven't seen them. They're basically just my colonists, but they're sort of zombified. They have like glowing blue eyes. They're kind of almost White Walkerish, or like Draugr from Skyrim, I guess. But obviously in that sort of blocky Minecraft style, which I think is kind of, it's a pretty art style, and especially in this game, like, they've done a lot to make it look really nice. Like, all of the blocks, I don't know how well you can tell because of the weird like bloom effects they have on it, but all of the blocks are like properly 3D. Like, there are parts of it that come out, like the planks actually come out from the block, they're not just solid bricks. And the same on the stone and basically everything else. It looks really pretty, to be honest, for a voxel based game. But coming over here, this is the bridge extension, which I've just put on. I'm not sure how well you guys can see this, because obviously it's nighttime right now. You should be able to see the sort of shape outline that's going out into this lake. Now this is a big expansion that's going to attach to the village and be like the main stronghold to the village. So they're going to have this one entrance in. Now this is basically like the king's castle, right? Now I'm going to do a video, or possibly video series, building this up, because I really want to have it as sort of self-contained and away from this sort of tour video. But this is what's coming. I've laid out this sort of blueprint throughout the lake, and I'm basically just going to build up from that into this big stone castle that's going to be pretty big, pretty impressive in comparison to like everything else that's here. Like, I already think this is kind of an imposing structure as it is, but it is just like a little town, a little fortress, right? Whereas that thing is going to be like a big ass castle that nothing's getting into, and that's going to be obviously behind this entire town as well, so it fits with that sort of historical thing of having the castle be the most defended point and the strongest point within your base. And that's what I'm going with. So I will see you guys hopefully very shortly in the start of that castle build.